just how much longer do you plan holding up these funerals?
This is a perfectly legal strike, Inspector.
It might be legal, but it is not right. Half of Toulouse is up in arms against you. Would it kill you to wait until this heat wave is over?
Rain or shine, we still have rights.
Aye, it's what our ancestors fought the revolution for.
Okay, well, just tell me where you keep the shovels.
You can't bring in scarves.
No, but when these grieving widows get their hands on you, I'll want to give you a decent burial.
Look, Inspector, all we want is proper compensation for the work we do.
And all they want is to bury their dead. Is that so hard to understand, especially in this heat?
Okay. How about this? You calm them down a bit, and I'll have a word with them.
Sir.
Don't keep me in suspense, Burasol. Who is our killer, then?
I hadn't got quite as far as the killer yet, sir. But the victim's name is Bernard Thiraud. He was shot twice from the front and then 6 more times in the back. Local residents reported the shots, and our boys found the body when they arrived.
Shot 8 times in broad daylight? There must have been witnesses.
None, but I've got uniforms out there looking for the murder weapon.
Okay, so what else do we know about the victim?
He's a student from Paris, born on the 20th of December, 1961.
Which makes him, what, 24?
Yeah.
So, if he's from Paris, what was he doing getting killed all the way down here in Toulouse?
Beats me, really. No real clues in his wallet. All we found was this photo, presumably his girlfriend, plus 8,000 francs in traveller's checks, and this receipt dated yesterday from a restaurant here in Toulouse.
400 francs for 2. At least he won't have had any regrets about his last supper. Now, all we need to do is find out who was holding that other fork, eh, Burasol? Well, you did? Excellent, we're on our way. A gun's just been found by the river. Come on, we can call at that restaurant and check out this receipt on the way.
Right.
Here's the gun, sir.
Excellent. Now we're getting somewhere.
Do you think it's the murder weapon?
At the very least, it's a revolver found abandoned in the river right next to where the victim was shot. Who found it?
The man in the green uniform. His name is Durand.
Monsieur Durand?
Yeah.
I wonder if we could have a word. I'm Inspector Cadin of the Commissariat de Toulouse.
Pleased to meet you.
Is this where you found the gun?
No, it was further over there. We're working on the flood defences along there, and I spotted it lying on the riverbed. Figured it could be important, so I fished it out with a stick, in case you needed to, test it for prints.
Well, it was good of you to be so careful, but our killer won't have left any prints on this.
You can tell by looking.
I can tell without even looking. This is the underworld's pistol of choice, and unless I'm mistaken, it comes from a batch of 300 stolen by ETA near the Spanish border. They turn up from time to time in cases such as these. Lets us know we're dealing with the pro, and pros don't leave prints.
Hey, you guys are good.
And you, monsieur. You've been a big help.
No problem. Good luck, your killer.
We'll do our best. You can count on that.
Well, Burasol, Monsieur Durand was certainly impressed with your analysis.
Civilians often are, but it's pretty straightforward when you think about it.
There is just one problem.
Oh?
The part about it being a professional hit. Thiraud was shot twice from the front at close range, then 6 more times in the back while he lay on the ground. It's a bit OTT, don't you think?
Well, perhaps in the heat of the moment.
No. A pro would take 1 shot to the head or the heart and been done with it. None of this bang, 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 cowboy-style shootout. Whoever shot Bernard Thiraud felt very strongly about wanting him dead.
A crime of passion, perhaps?
So, maybe it's time we spoke to someone who felt passionately about him.
That waiter seemed pretty confident about which hotel they said they were staying at. Maybe Thiraud's girlfriend's still there.
Certainly worth a try. I'll call in on my way home.
Who is it?
Mademoiselle Chenet, I'm Inspector Cadin of the Commissariat de Toulouse.
What do you want?
May I come in?
Something happened to Bernard?
Please, sit down. Mademoiselle, could I perhaps get you a glass of water? Here, let me turn this down.
Look, you're making me nervous. Just tell me whatever it is you've come to say, would you?
I'm afraid Bernard has been murdered.
Murdered?
Late yesterday afternoon, not far from the hotel. He still had his passport on him. There really is no doubt.
But why?
That's what I intend to find out. When did you last see him?
Yesterday. I mean, the night before that. He left early in the morning. I was still sleeping. He had some research to do at the municipal archives. He said he would be gone most of the day.
You weren't alarmed when he didn't come back?
I didn't know what time the archives closed.
And as midnight approached, it didn't occur to you to inquire. Where were you yesterday afternoon?
Here in the hotel, all day. I had lunch in the restaurant. You can ask the waiter.
And after lunch?
It isn't unusual for him to stay out all night, you know. In Paris...
You lived together?
Yes. Bernard moved in with me about 6 months ago. But he would often go off on his own and stay out all night.
Any idea why?
Depression. It's in his family. His father was killed during a riot in Paris not long before Bernard was born. And his mother never recovered. She's still completely housebound.
I see. So, what was Bernard doing at the municipal archives?
Researching. He's a historian.
Researching what?
Some secret project of his. He said he would tell me about it when he knew he was right.
Right. About what?
I just told you he wouldn't say, and I didn't press him. Now, if that's all, Inspector...
You've got somewhere to be?
Actually, I wanted to call Bernard's mother to let her know what's happened.
Yes. Yes, of course. Please, tell her we'll be in touch. By the way, Bernard was carrying a fair old sum in traveller's checks.
We were on our way to Morocco on holiday, but he insisted on stopping here.
We'll need you to stay here for a few more days. Don't worry about the hotel bill. You'll be our guest. Morning, Borisol.
Morning, sir. I take it you found your woman?
Yes, she was still at the hotel after all.
Oh, facing the relatives is one part of the job I'll never get used to. How did she take the bad news?
Surprisingly well, as a matter of fact. If anything, the waiter at the restaurant seemed more shook up about Thiro's death than she did.
You think she did it?
I think she's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Now, please, tell me you have something to report.
Oh, just the same old collection of drunks and layabouts in the cells from last night, and an eyewitness has turned up in the Thiro case.
An eyewitness? That's brilliant.
Some bloke who saw it on the news and came forward voluntarily. Says he noticed Bernard coming out of the town hall the evening of the murder, and he started to follow him down the street, when out of nowhere...
But back up a minute, Borisol. What was the witness doing following the victim?
I thought it best not to pursue that particular line of inquiry. The important thing is, he wasn't the only one following him.
Don't tell me. Claudine Chenet?
Not unless she's a white-haired Parisian male of average height and build, wearing a grey business suit and black shoes.
Parisian? How could he tell that?
Because he was driving a dark Renault 30TX with Paris plates on.
Borisol, you are a genius. Your witness is the first one to have seen our murderer. Lunch is on me.
Sounds good. Boss, if our killer has Paris plates, then he must have followed Thiro all the way here.
Good point, Borisol. Contact the autoroute patrols and toll booths and petrol stations between here and Paris. That's a top-of-the-range car. There can't have been more than 10 of them on the Paris-Toulouse road in the last few days.
Sorry I'm late, sir. I had some calls to make for the case.
You're quite right. The case must come first. In fact, since we are so pressed for time, I've taken the liberty of ordering. Now, I assume a small glass of wine will not be refused.
Oh, just a small one, then.
Here we go, gentlemen. Moules marinière. The compliments of the chef, eh?
Thank you very much. Now, Borisol, I take it you've no objection to mixing business with pleasure? The ballistics report is back.
Fire away. Oh, this is delicious. What do you suppose they put in the sauce?
Is it tarragon? Well, remind me to ask the waiter. Now, the gun found in the river. It was a perfect match for the murder weapon. It was indeed from the stolen badge, and as you predicted, there were no prints of any kind on it. In other words, the murder weapon is a dead end.
And so is our car chase. No one's seen it anywhere. And it turns out there are a lot more luxury Renaults in Paris than we might have imagined. It's going to take some time to track them all down.
What about the petrol stations? Did you call them?
All of them. Didn't need a calculator to work it out. A car like that has a 70-litre tank. If we assume he filled up before he left Toulouse, then he had to stop at least once before Paris. But no one saw him in either direction.
What makes you think he left Toulouse?
His car's registered in Paris. He follows them down here, does the business, then heads back up north. Seems the most likely scenario to me.
Probably right. But let's not start making assumptions this early in the game. Get someone to start checking all the local stations.
OK. So, what's next for us?
We hit the books. Claudine said Bernard was researching at the town hall. He was a history student, so maybe it's time we started digging in his past.
I still don't see what we're hoping to gain by interviewing librarians. It's not like Thiraud was bored to death, is it?
No. But he was murdered on his way back from these archives. Maybe his research uncovered something someone wanted kept secret.
I thought you said he was a historian. Why would anyone be interested in what he had to say, anyway?
Inspector Cadin, I presume. Please come in.
As I said on the phone, we're interested in consulting some archives in connection with a murder inquiry.
Yes, after your call, I took the liberty of bringing the files Monsieur Thiraud consulted up here into my office. It being such a delicate matter, I thought you might welcome the privacy.
Very good of you.
What kind of files are they, anyway?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. It's not really my area. But they appear to be administrative records from the 40s. He seems to have concentrated on files beginning with D.
D, eh? Well, let's see what we've got. D is for dairy rationing, deeds to property, demolitions, depreciation, dereliction of duties. Well, it's certainly all here.
Not quite all of it. I'm only 3 months away from retirement, and these boxes are getting too heavy for me.
Broussel, why don't you go with Monsieur Lecousson and make a start on the files downstairs, We'll meet back here, compare notes later.
Just as well I sharpened my pencil this morning. We're closing up in about 15 minutes, boss. Oh, ask me anything about decontamination of water supplies in the Toulouse area in 1942. Go on, ask me.
Oh, sorry, Broussel, I was elsewhere.
What have you got there?
Deportations. The first convoy of children to Auschwitz. Makes for grim reading. Look at this. It's from Pierre Laval, dated 29th of September, 1942.
Laval? Wasn't he vice president under the Vichy regime?
Oh, that's right. He sent a telegram to all the local prefects telling them not to split up Jewish families prior to deportation. Listen to this. Taking into account the strong emotions these barbaric separations arouse, I have asked the German army to ensure that the children are no longer taken from their parents. Instead, they will be deported with them.
Taking their kids away was too barbaric, so they sent them all to Auschwitz instead. Let me see that. Will you look at this? Have you ever seen such meticulous paperwork in all your life? And every one of them carefully initialed A.V. I wonder whatever happened to Mr. A.V.
No doubt he was tried as a war criminal at the Liberation.
Aye, and sent to some disease-free jail where his children could come and visit and then go home to be tucked up safe in their beds at night.
Oh, let's call it a day. I think we've earned a drink, don't you?
Aye, OK. Oh, I promised that old guy would shift all his boxes back downstairs for him before we left. Don't want him to go popping his clogs before he gets his gold watch, do we? Santé.
And to you, Broussel.
So, what's next?
I think it's time we had another chat with Claudine Chenet before we head up to Paris and see what we can find out there.
What did you really make of her, boss?
She was a bit too composed for my liking. Didn't seem particularly surprised, either.
Surprised at what?
Everything, really. Bernard staying out all night without warning. Bernard turning up dead in a daylight shootout. Seemed to take it all pretty much in her stride.
Maybe she was in shock. Maybe once she'd had a chance to take it all in.
Oh, maybe you're right. Anyway, you can judge for yourself in the morning. I said we'd take her to formally identify the body. Come on, drink up. I'll give you a lift home.
I'm sorry, Inspector. It's the shock of seeing him like that. He was such a good person, you know. I just can't believe he's gone.
Please, don't apologize. We know this must be a terrible ordeal for you. Boursol, see if you can get a glass of water for Mademoiselle Chimay.
No, honestly, I'm fine. Please, let's just... You said you had some more questions.
Perhaps you should at least sit down, mademoiselle.
Yes, thank you. Oh, I promised I would call Bernard's mother. What should I tell her?
Only that the investigation is progressing. We're looking into all possibilities.
Such as?
We have reason to believe the killer may have followed you from Paris. And the question we keep coming back to is, why?
From Paris?
Again, we can't be certain, but we're working on this assumption for the moment.
There's something I meant to ask you yesterday. You said that Bernard's father was killed during a street riot. Was he a rioter or a policeman?
Well, definitely not a policeman, anyway. His name was Roger Thiraud, and he was a history teacher. I'm not too sure of the whole ins and outs of it, but I think it was some kind of horrible accident. Why do you ask?
Any background we can get is useful in a case like this, really.
Well, I'm sure Madame Thiraud would be happy to tell you anything you want to know.
In that case, if you have no objections, maybe I'll join you for the trip back up to Paris.
Yes, of course.
But won't we need our own car while we're there, sir?
Yes, Bourasol, which is why you will be travelling up separately. It'll give you a chance to call in and double-check the petrol stations along the way.
If you're too cold, I can turn down the air conditioning.
No, I'm fine, thanks. Makes a very pleasant change. So, what is it you're studying, anyway?
History.
Oh, like Bernard. Are you working on the war years, too?
Neither of us are. He was a medievalist, and I'm looking at resettlement of the area surrounding Paris, where the walls of the city used to be... What is it?
Sorry?
You're staring at me.
Not staring. Looking. And, of course, listening.
Well, could you look at something else? You're making me nervous. Like you think I'm guilty or something.
Okay, I confess I was staring. It's an occupational hazard when the witnesses are as attractive as you. Claudine! You can't just pull over on the motorway!
What do you intend to do, Inspector? Call the cops? Let's get one thing clear. I didn't agree to give you a lift so that you could hit on me, all right?
No, of course not. I didn't mean... I am so sorry. I'll get out here if you'd rather.
I said I'd drop you, so I will. The first Paris exit is just up ahead now. Where do you want dropped?
Claudine, please, I really do not want to fall out...
Let's just have the radio on, shall we? Pick a station.
We still have the Playboy empire under close surveillance, putting the subscription through on expenses, are we?
Cadin, you scared the life out of me. Oh, hello?
Oh, don't worry, he's with me. And he knows how to keep his mouth shut, don't you, Bourasol?
If you say so, boss.
So, is this a social call?
Sadly, not. But that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun, you know. Take a few chances, have a few laughs, maybe even bend a few rules along the way. Be just like old times,
I've got a bad feeling about this. What is it you want?
We're working a murder case out of Toulouse, and we've been doing a little digging over at Central Records this morning. It turns out that our victim's father also appears to have died in very strange circumstances, going back 20 years or so. October the 17th, 1961, to be precise.
The Battle of Paris. You don't have to pick your cases, Cadin.
What Battle of Paris?
During the Algerian War, there was a mandatory curfew for North Africans, which naturally they weren't too happy about. So one night they decided to take to the streets in peaceful protest.
Only the police were waiting for them, and it turned into a bloodbath, with bodies turning up all over Paris.
Bodies? As in plural?
Well, depending on whose figures you believe, it was either a few or a few hundred. But what's this got to do with your murder in Toulouse?
We're not sure. But 24 years ago, for no apparent reason, Thiraud Sr. was the only European to have been killed in the Battle of Paris. Now, for no apparent reason, Thiraud Jr. is also lying in a mortuary.
And?
When I saw the father's date of death, I got to thinking. Supposing Thiraud Sr. was actually a double agent for the Algerians, and it was discovered by the French Secret Service. Maybe someone used the confusion of the riot to do a little housekeeping. After all, nobody likes a traitor, especially during wartime.
Let me get this straight. Your theory is that the French Secret Service executed a French citizen more than 20 years ago, and now they've come back to get his son. No wonder you never get promoted, Cadin.
You laugh if you want, but don't stand there and tell me you don't think these things happen.
But what's the motive? Did your victim find a secret stash of dirty money that's been under the floorboards for the last 20 years?
Well, why not? It usually boils down to money in the end.
Well, that's what makes the world go round. But what exactly is it you want from me?
Unauthorized access to the classified documents, of course.
Why did I know you were going to say that? You do realise that what you're asking is actually more than my job's worth.
Which is why we're asking so nicely. Roger Thiraud. Thiraud. Now, do you need the date of birth?
Okay, here we go. 2 croque monsieur, 1 hot dog, and 3 frites.
This is your idea of buying lunch, is it?
It's your generosity we're interested in here, Dalbois. What have you got for us?
Pretty slim pickings, I'd say. According to this, the closest thing to a political affiliation is that your man signed the Stockholm Appeal in 1950.
Was that about Algeria?
No, it was a bleeding heart liberal ban the bomb affair. Not particularly radical. Half the members of Parliament signed it.
Anything else?
Well, there's one strange thing. They never did an autopsy. Fairly unusual, I would have thought. A school teacher shot in the head in central Paris. Personally, I'd have put serious money on there having been a post-mortem. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a list of clothing and personal effects found in the body.
Let me see that. Yeah, wool suit, blue shirt, white underpants. As long as they were men's, who cares? A bill for 1,498 francs for a TV set and a cinema ticket for the Midi Minuit cinema. Issued just hours before the time of death.
That's not much to go on, really, is it? But
do you know this Midi Minuit?
Well, I've never been there, but I remember it as strictly B-movie horror flicks. You know, the sort of thing, Dracula and Frankenstein. Frankly, no immediate connection to the Algerian war is jumping off the page here.
Oh, this is a waste of time. You know as well as I do that hundreds of people were killed on the streets of Paris that night. Their bodies were washing up out of the Seine for weeks afterwards. There has to be a record somewhere.
Any official records will be well and truly sealed with no access at all for at least 50 years, or in a case like this, even 100.
Okay. So, what about unofficial sources?
Well...
Yes?
There is an ex-police photographer I know of who was there that night. All his film was lost, but he's still worth speaking to. His name is Mark Rosner. I can probably find his number.
Don't bother. I think I've got it, actually. I bumped into him a while back on a case I was working on.
What do you mean his film was lost?
Oh, it's a bit complicated, really. You see, Rosner was always a bit weird.
Weird?
Well, let's just say he was a bit too enthusiastic in his work with corpses.
Don't tell me.
No, nothing like that, no. He just liked posing them for pictures. Anyway, when he was sacked, he made the mistake of trying to blackmail the department into a better severance package on the back of the riot photos. Only his lab was mysteriously broken into and everything was stolen.
Well. Long time no see, Cadin. What can I do you for? No, wait, that's more your line, isn't it?
Let's just say I need you to put me in the picture over something.
Touché.
By the way, this is Bourasol. But don't worry, he doesn't show up on film.
Pleased to meet you. How come you've drawn the short straw?
A question I ask myself every 4 minutes.
Speaking of questions, here's one for you. October 17th, 1961.
You're investigating the Battle of Paris?
You know your history, Rosner. I'm impressed.
Cut to the chase, Cadin. What is it you want?
We need someone who can fill us in on what really happened that night. I give you my word, anything you tell us will stay off the record.
That night was the defining moment in my life. I've got no problem talking about it. On the contrary. Brandy?
Please.
So, what exactly is it that you want to know?
One of the victims that night was a man named Roger Thiraud. He was shot in the head at close range. Apparently the only European casualty of the night. We're trying to find out why he was killed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. I must have taken 300 photos, and I don't recall seeing any European faces in the prints. Apart from the cops, that is.
They let you take their photos?
Let me? I could hardly keep up with them. Everywhere I turned, it was over here, Rosner. Get one of me and this one. And it'd be some idiot posing as a hunter with one foot in some poor sod's back.
And all your pictures are, missing?
Stolen, yeah. But I do have something which might interest you.
Hmm?
Did you know that a Belgian film crew was on the scene filming that night? When my negatives were stolen, I contacted the director to tell him my story. He's never been able to broadcast the tapes. Kept getting hit with court orders, and eventually they gave up. Yeah, here we are.
Don't tell me.
Yep, I've got a copy of their film.
Rosner, you are a genius.
Don't get your hopes up too much. It was mayhem that night. It makes for pretty grim viewing, that's for sure. Here, grab the other side of this, would you, Buddha? Just as well I kept this old projector, eh? I do all my wedding stuff in video now. Yeah. Sit there. And action. Okay. So this is in the Champs-Élysées, heading up towards Place de la Concorde. My guess is that the film crew was heading for the Madeleine at this stage.
The Madeleine?
Well, not long after the march started, word went out that a dozen or so cops had been killed at the Madeleine, and so everyone started flocking there. But it turned out to be duff information. But it certainly had everyone up to high, though. I counted 6 dead Algerians, to say nothing of the wounded. Oh, okay, look. This is the Opera now. See, there's the Café de la Paix.
Where did you go from there?
Ah, I hitched a ride in a police van. And we headed up to Bonne Nouvelle. Ah, you should have seen these guys. They were armed to the teeth and out for blood.
Bonne Nouvelle. Isn't that where the Midi Minuit cinema is?
That's right. I'll never forget it. They were showing Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Talk about art imitating life, eh?
Our victim had a cinema ticket on him when he was shot.
Well, the Belgian film crew arrived on the scene shortly after us. They were filming outside the cinema. There were more dead up around Bonne Nouvelle than anywhere else. Well, apart from inside police headquarters.
They killed people inside police HQ? That can't be right.
Yeah, it may not be right, but it's certainly true. Do you know that the official death toll that night was 4? Multiply that by 50 and you're getting somewhere nearer the truth. A contact of mine at the coroner's office told me that the next morning he was called out to the little garden behind Notre Dame. You know, where they're building that underground car park?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, mysteriously, there were 48 bodies there, all of whom had been clubbed to death. Funny how it never made the news. Oh, wait a minute. Here you go. This is Bonne Nouvelle now. Hey, look! There's your Midi Minuit cinema.
Is there any way you can slow this thing down?
Look, number 5 Avenue Bonne Nouvelle. Isn't that Madame Thiraud's address? My God. I don't believe it.
What?
That's Roger Thiraud.
What the bloody hell's he doing carrying flowers in a cake box in the middle of a riot?
Wait a minute. Now, who's this?
Stop the film. Stop it! I do not believe it, Rosner. What have you been playing at?
Come again?
You've got a film of a man being executed by a cop and you've just let it gather dust for the last 20 years.
Hey, did you doze off or something, Inspector? We just saw hundreds of people being killed by cops, and no one has ever worried about them.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, yes. You're quite right, but that is all going to change, starting with that cop who killed Thiraud. I've got a contact at police intelligence. Maybe he can get us an ID on this guy. Rosner, can you make a print of his face?
It'd be a pleasure.
I'm grateful to you for coming, Inspector.
I can't imagine how difficult this has been for you, Madame Thiraud. First your husband, and now your son.
Yes, thank you.
When I made this appointment, I wanted to talk about Bernard, but since then, something has come to light.
About Bernard?
About the 17th of October, 1961.
How can that possibly help you?
I was hoping it might help you. Would you mind if I open the shutters on this side of the room?
Oh, no, please, Inspector. I'd rather you didn't.
A beautiful day like today, they really should be open. Let a little light in, air the place out a bit. Your shutters seem to be stuck, madame. Have you painted them shut or something?
Just leave them, will you?
There we go, that's better.
What gives you the right? Close them.
It has been over 20 years, madame. There is nothing to see, I promise you.
I don't need to look out the window, Inspector. I see it all the time.
You were standing here at this window, weren't you?
Yes, standing right where you are now. I tried to call out. I screamed down to him to warn him. But the noise of the riot was deafening.
And you never told anyone what you saw?
I tried to tell them. It was terrible. I was heavily pregnant. Bernard was due any day.
They didn't believe you?
Oh, they said I was hysterical. That I couldn't accept what had happened, so instead I was making wild accusations against the police, accusing them of killing my husband. But they just said, "Why would a policeman shoot your husband, madame? It doesn't make any sense."
Could you tell me what you saw?
I screamed to warn Roger, you know, but he didn't look up. I saw the policeman grab him from behind, and I heard the gunshot. It might sound crazy to you, but I know what I saw, Inspector.
Madame, I believe you.
You do? You believe me?
I have seen it too. A Belgian film crew got it all on film.
There's a film?
Would you like to see where the cameraman was standing? Come. Please. That's it. Please. 2 more steps. Come on. It's okay. I'm here. Please. Come closer. Now. There, you see? You see the newspaper offices? They must have been crouched in that lane just there. The film shows your husband walking up the street from around that corner there. He's carrying a cake box and...
a bunch of mimosas. My favourite. They fell on the ground all around him. I haven't looked out the window since that day. No. How did you know?
I saw you in the film.
What?
I didn't know it was you at the time, but you are there briefly at the window, and then the camera moves down to your husband. Look, I know this is traumatic, but this is a print of the cop in the film. Would you please look at it?
Yes, that is him. But why did he kill Roger?
I don't know, but I'm going to make it my business to find out. I should be able to put together a strong enough case to reopen the file.
They'll say you're hysterical.
Or pregnant.
Well, if you are pregnant, I hope you make a better job of it than I did.
What do you mean?
Do you know, I've hardly left the house since Roger's death. Bernard was raised by Roger's parents. But sometimes they would bring him to see me at weekends.
Where did they stay?
In Drancy. Bernard grew up in the same house as his father. He was always asking me to go out there with him, but I couldn't bring myself to. Not even when he started working on his father's book.
Your husband wrote a book?
It was just a local history of Drancy. He started it not long before he died. And when Bernard found it in the attic a few months ago, he wanted to try and finish it. He asked me to go with him to the places in the book and tell him what they might have meant to his father, but I couldn't bring myself to go back there.
You don't happen to have a copy I could take with me now, do you?
No, I'm sorry. Perhaps Claudine will know where the manuscript is. Well, is it important? I could call her now, if you like.
No, please, not to worry. I'm seeing her this evening. I would like to go through Bernard's desk, if I may. Among other things, perhaps the manuscript is there. And thank you for seeing me.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
You're here bright and early?
Couldn't sleep, so I thought I might as well come in.
What's that you've got?
Something Claudine gave me.
Gave you? When was this?
Oh, well, did I not mention? I had dinner with her in Paris last night.
Slid that one close to your chest. So what's the book?
It's a project that Roger Thiraud started and Bernard decided to finish for him. It's a history of where they grew up in Drancy.
Drancy? Meant to be a bit rough, isn't it?
Nothing like as bad as it was in the early 40s, I can tell you.
Gangsters?
Nazis. Drancy was the transit camp for Jews being deported to the concentration camps. According to Thiraud's records, 76,000 men, women and children were held here on their way to Auschwitz. They deported about 3,000 people a week. And there were only 4 German guards and a few French auxiliary staff. Can you believe it?
Only 4 guards and no one ever did anything about it? To think you could probably see the Eiffel Tower from there.
Listen to this. There's a copy of a memo from the German Catering Corps in 1943 about the first convoy of toddlers to Auschwitz. It's a per litre's breakdown of milk consumption by age group. 3,223.5 litres per month. Due to ever-fluctuating numbers, this assessment provides only an approximate listing. The number of children may vary by plus or minus 50 units per day.
Units? They called the children units? How can that be?
I will never understand it, Bourgeois.
Sorry to disturb you, sir, but this letter just arrived for you from Paris by courier.
Thank you. Now we are getting somewhere. Bourgeois, give me your lighter.
What are you doing?
Getting rid of the evidence. This is political dynamite. No point in Dalbois getting the sack for doing the right thing, now is there?
You know, what I don't get about Dalbois' theory is why would a police officer kill a civilian like that?
Beats me. All his letter said was that in 1961, Pierre Caz was a member of the Special Brigade, and they were responsible for liquidating Arab instigators during the Algerian War.
So far, we've not turned up one shred of evidence to suggest that Roger Thiraud was involved with Algerian terrorists.
No. Well, let's just hope our Monsieur Caz is feeling chatty.
You really think he's going to tell us? Why would he walk straight out of retirement into a prison sentence?
He's got nothing to lose. There was a special decree in July 1962. It gave immunity from prosecution to all those involved in covert activities during the Algerian crisis. Maybe he's proud of what he did for his country. Who knows? Maybe he's even got one of Rosner's photos over the mantelpiece.
Nice shot, Monsieur Caz.
Thank you. Monsieur?
Cadin. Inspector Cadin. And this is Sergeant Bourgeois.
Sure.
Well, I hate to interrupt the game of boule, so I'll come right to the point. We're investigating the events of 17th October 1961. We'd like to talk to you about why you killed Roger Thiraud.
After all these years, how did you find me?
A Belgian TV crew caught the whole thing on film. This is you in the photo, isn't it?
If it is, you can't prosecute me.
We are completely out of our jurisdiction. We shouldn't even presume to ask. But Thiraud's son was murdered a few days ago in Toulouse. So we're now looking into the family history.
Son? I can assure you I had nothing to do...
Don't worry, Monsieur Caz, we know that already. But what we don't understand is why you killed his father.
Oh, dear. Inspector, would you mind if we sat down? You see, you have to understand it was all such a long time ago. October 1961. I was part of the special brigade, taking care of things which needed doing, things which officially never happened.
You mean state-sanctioned executions?
You don't approve, Sergeant.
It's not for us to judge. We are just trying to understand what happened.
What you have to understand is that we were at war with Algeria. I did my duty. I didn't lose any sleep over it. We did what we could to prevent terrorist attacks and save innocent lives.
So, how does Thiraud fit in? Was he involved in Algerian terrorism? Is that why you shot him during the riots? To, well, send a message?
I chose the riot purely because the general confusion gave me excellent cover. As to whether or not Thiraud was a terrorist, I have no idea. My orders arrived in an unmarked envelope, the same as usual. I didn't ask questions. I got the job done.
So, who gave the orders?
They came straight from the head of Special Brigade, André Vieux.
Any idea where he is now?
Oh, he's had a glittering career. He's been running the Criminal Investigation Department in Paris. But now he's just another old man like me. He's about to join the ranks of the retired.
Well, monsieur, you've been a tremendous help, but we don't want to take up your whole day, so...
Not so fast, Inspector. I insist that you join me for a drink before you leave. I'll go and get the pasties while you two warm up.
Warm up?
For our tournament. I've saved you hours of legwork. The least you can do is indulge an old man with a game of pool.
It's a deal, monsieur. Here, Bourasol, help me mark out the starting line more clearly, would you? We don't want any cheating.
Oh,
yes!
Oh, Sergeant, I can't believe you won again. If I'd known you were a ringer, I'd never have accepted your challenge. Ah, my wife, back from shopping.
Sergeant, I think the lady could use some assistance.
Right, yeah. I'll just go and give her a hand.
Well, monsieur, I guess we've taken up enough of your time.
You mean that I have taken up enough of yours?
Well, yes, but it has been a pleasure.
Yeah, there is one more thing before you go.
You want us to come back and tell you what happens when we find Veilleux?
Yes, but be careful, Inspector. Don't be fooled by appearances. André Veilleux could be an extremely dangerous enemy.
Do you know, his wife told me the old man's only got a few months to live.
No.
Yeah?
He seemed fitter than us.
Well, he's not, and drinking is a definite no-no. She was not happy about that pastis.
I wondered why he didn't touch his.
Boss, you seen the sellotape?
You're not coming unstuck on me, are you, Borisol?
Now, I want to hang up this new map the stationery office has sent over. Brighten the place up a bit.
Here, catch. Well, Borisol, assuming you've no objections while you're playing at Arts and Crafts, I might just pop out and keep working on that double murder inquiry that's been around our necks.
Fine by me, boss. Where are you going anyway?
Back to the archives to have another look at those files Bernard consulted. It's just a hunch, but I wonder if we might find some reference to this André Veilleux.
Oh, yeah. Nearly forgot about that. So, you reckon the initials AV we found on the deportation records could stand for André Veilleux?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Makes sense, I guess. Like the old guy said, as head of the special brigade, Veilleux must have issued the order to execute Roger Thiraud. But the question is why? And what was the connection to Bernard Thiraud?
Apart from the fact that they were father and son.
Who never even met each other, though. But they were both digging around in the murky history of Drancy. That's where the deportees all ended up before being sent to Auschwitz. If the AV who initialed all those deportation papers is the same AV who ordered the hit on Roger Thiraud, then it all fits. We know where Veilleux was in 1961, so all we need to know is...
Where was he in 1942? I think it's time we gave Dalbois a quick call to see if he can check Veillou's service record.
Yeah, or you could just ask the old guy.
Fancy another game of boule, do you?
Yeah, actually. But I meant the other old guy. You know, the one at the library?
What makes you think Le Cousson knows Veilloux?
Well, they're both about to retire, so if Veilloux was here in Toulouse at some point, their paths may have crossed.
Well, it's possible, I suppose.
Ah, there. Does this map look straight to you? It makes a difference having all the up-to-date routes right in front of us. Next time we go up to Paris, we should try this new A10. Maybe the restaurants will be a little better.
Bourasol! That is it!
It is?
Well, think about it. Which petrol stations did you call to find the Renault sedan?
My God, you're right. I just assumed he would take the main motorway. But he could have taken this new road. Mind you, it'd taken him a bit longer.
But discretion might have been more important to him than speed.
I'll get right on it. Start calling all the petrol stations from scratch. I'm sorry, boss. I can't believe I've missed something so obvious.
Not to worry, Bourasol. It happens to the best of us at times.
Sir! Oh, thank God. I thought...
Don't worry about me, Bourasol. I've dodged straighter bullets than he was firing, I can tell you.
Why did he try and shoot you?
To stop me from having him arrested and sent away for a very long time.
You're joking?
The only joke here is him. First he fainted, then when he came to, he just lay there whimpering like a child. Fortunately for him, I'm a much better shot than he is. He'll limp for a while, but he'll live. Now, where is the car?
Back at the station. I came on foot. I thought it'd be faster.
Well. I see Le Cousson's Wild West stunt really had you going there, eh, Bourasol? Saw my life flashing before your eyes, did you? Worried about how you could live without me? You can tell me all about it on our drive to Paris.
Oh, you still haven't told me why we're even going to Paris.
To make the big arrest in our double homicide case, Bourasol. Assuming that's all right with you. You haven't got plans, have you? Something on the telly, maybe?
Entrez.
André Veilloux. I am arresting you for the murder of Bernard Thiraud and conspiracy to murder Roger Thiraud. Bourasol, get the cuffs on him.
Not so fast. Trust me, Inspector. Bringing conspiracy to murder charges against someone who has complete immunity from prosecution is not the best way of advancing one's career.
The immunity from prosecution extends to servants of the state who are conducting legitimate anti-terrorist activities. I'll double-check the statute, but somehow I don't think carrying out personal vendettas to hide your collaborationist past is going to qualify.
You'll have more than that to hide from once your case comes to court. The press will be dining out on you for years.
Oh, come now, Sergeant. None of this will ever come to court. None of this will ever make it to any newspaper.
Yeah, right, whatever. Now turn around and face the wall.
After Le Cousson's embarrassing little shooting spree, I had no choice but to make a few calls. Right this minute at the Ministry, they're preparing a version of events which will be more palatable to public expectation of French law and order.
I said face the wall.
Inspector, why don't you call the Minister yourself? Please use my phone.
That won't be necessary. Stand down, Bourasol.
Sir, it can't be true.
I'm afraid it can.
Still, you are to be congratulated on a fine investigation. If nothing else, you did manage to bring my retirement forward by 3 months, for which I extend my heartfelt gratitude.
I hope I am not interrupting.
Kaz? What are you doing here?
Taking him out of the equation before he does the same to you.
Kaz? No!
My God, you've killed him!
You want to beat a man like Veilloux, you play by his rules.
But you must have known your immunity wouldn't extend to this.
Who of us is ever truly immune, Inspector?
S'il vous plaît, another bottle of champagne when you've got a moment.
Ah.
My treat. Nice way to round off the meal, and I think we deserve it, don't you?
Most definitely. You know, Dalbois, we could not have done it without you.
Oh, I'm sure you would have got there in the end. Just might have taken a little longer.
I'm still not even sure I understand everything that's happened.
Bureaucratic excellence at its worst. That's what happened. In 1942, Veilleux was in charge of Jewish affairs in the Toulouse area. He was responsible for deporting record numbers of Jewish children to death camps.
André Veilleux is a Nazi.
Worse. He wasn't acting out of political conviction. He was the consummate civil servant, just following orders.
But then why did Les Coussins try to shoot you?
Again, the answer goes back to 1942. Les Coussins was Veilleux's clerical assistant. Oh, they made a formidable team. When Les Coussins realized that Roger Thiraud was about to expose them, he told Veilleux, who then gave Pierre Caz the order to eliminate him.
But Bernard's father was only a child during the war. He couldn't possibly have known what was going on.
A child, yes, but a child from Drancy, who grew up and decided to write the history of his town. When he realized the numbers of children deported from Toulouse was higher than elsewhere in France, he made a special trip down south to consult the archives.
Just as his son would do more than 20 years later.
Only this time, Veilleux wasn't in a position to order a hit, so he was forced to drive to Toulouse to do it himself.
So, what will happen to Caz now?
He'll be arraigned this afternoon. Apparently his health is so bad that it's unlikely he'll live until the trial.
If you don't mind, sir, I'd like to go to the arraignment before we head back to Toulouse.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that, Bourasol. But I'm afraid you'll have to make your way back to Toulouse without me. I've one or two things to attend to here in Paris, so I'll get the train down in a few days.
In that case, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll head over to the court to see what's happening.
Any chance of a lift?
Oh, sure.
But here comes the champagne.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you'll manage without us somehow.
What shall we drink to?
To public outrage.
I'm sorry?
Oh, just think of the furore there will be when the press gets started on this story. Even the best-laid cover-ups can only last for so long.
Just don't get your hopes up too high. France is still France.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, I'm not supposed to say anything, but